Have you ever noticed how you open a message, read every word, understand exactly what it says, and still don't reply? Not because you're busy, not because you forgot, but because something inside you says, "I'll respond later." And later turns into hours, sometimes days. If you've ever done this, or if you've ever been hurt by someone who does this to you, this video is about you. Because replying late isn't random, it's not rude by accident, and it's definitely not just bad texting habits. It's psychology. And once you understand it, you'll never look at unread messages the same way again. Let's break it down. Number 1, they don't delay replies, they delay emotions. Most people think late replies are about time management. They're not. They're about emotional energy. When someone reads your message, their brain instantly asks a question. How do I need to feel to reply to this properly? If the answer feels emotionally expensive, the reply gets postponed. A serious question, an emotional message, a conversation that requires empathy, honesty, decision-making. The brain senses effort. Psychology calls this emotional load avoidance. It's the same reason people delay difficult conversations in real life. Text messages just make it easier to escape. So instead of replying badly or replying honestly, they reply later, because later feels safer than now. Not because they don't care, but because caring costs energy. Number 2, they overthink the perfect response. Some people don't reply late because they don't know what to say. They reply late because they know too many things they could say. Their mind starts racing. If I reply like this, will it sound rude? If I reply fast, will I seem desperate? What if they misunderstand my tone? What if this leads to a longer conversation I'm not ready for? This is classic overthinking paired with social anxiety. Psychology links this to high self-monitoring behavior. These people constantly monitor how they are perceived. Every message becomes a performance. Every reply feels permanent. So they delay. They rewrite the message in their head 10 times, then decide to wait until they feel right. But that moment rarely comes because perfection doesn't exist. Number 3, they fear emotional obligation. Here's something people rarely talk about. Replying to a message creates responsibility. Once you reply, you're emotionally involved. You might have to continue the conversation. You might have to listen. You might have to care. People who reply late often value emotional independence more than connection. Not because they're cold, but because they've learned that being emotionally available can be exhausting. Psychology calls this avoidant attachment behavior. These individuals learned, often unconsciously, that closeness leads to pressure. So they create space, not by saying, "I need space," but by replying slowly. It's distance without confrontation. Silence becomes their boundary. Number 4, they associate messages with mental clutter. For some people, messages don't feel small, they feel heavy. Each unread message is a mental task. Each conversation is another open loop in the brain. According to cognitive load theory, the brain hates unfinished loops. So why not reply immediately? Because replying creates a new loop, a response, a reply to the reply, another conversation. People who reply late often wait until they feel mentally clean enough to handle it. They want clarity before communication, calm before connection. So they delay messages until their mind feels quiet, which in a noisy world is rare. Number 5, they subconsciously use delay as control. This one is uncomfortable but real. Sometimes replying late isn't anxiety, it's power. Not manipulative power, but psychological control. When you reply late, you set the pace. You decide when the interaction continues. You decide how much access others have to you. Psychology refers to this as interaction regulation. People who feel overwhelmed in life often regain control through small choices, and response timing is one of them. They're not trying to hurt anyone, they're trying to feel stable. Even silence can feel like control when everything else feels chaotic. Now, here's the important part. Replying late does not mean someone doesn't care, and replying fast does not mean someone cares more. Texting behavior is not a measure of love, respect, or value. It's a reflection of mental state, energy levels, attachment style, emotional boundaries, and sometimes fear. If you reply late, you're not broken, you're processing. If someone replies late to you, it's not always rejection. Sometimes it's survival. The real problem starts when we personalize behavior that was never about us. So the next time you see seen and no reply, pause, breathe, and remember, human behavior is deeper than a blue tick. If this video made you feel understood, you already know what to do. Subscribe, because psychology doesn't judge, it explains. And once you understand people, you stop taking everything personally. And that changes everything.